While the Guardians will continue to host the Texas Rangers at Progressive Field tonight, off the field, members teamed up for a very special cause. We're going to send it over to Dave Chudowski in Studio B for more.
Yeah, really excited about this, Danita. The baseball stars made a stop at GiGi's Playhouse in Cleveland. Texas Rangers third baseman Jake Burger, along with Guardians players David Fry and Sean Armstrong, along with manager Stephen Vogt. How about that? Vogt was there as well. They spent time at the center that features programming for kids with Down syndrome and their families. It's a cause near and dear to Burger's heart, as his daughter Penelope has Down syndrome. And we are joined now by Liz Maxwell, the executive director of GiGi's Playhouse. Thank you so much for being here this morning.
Oh my gosh, good morning. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so pumped to be here.
And we are pumped to have you. How amazing was it yesterday? I mean, you had some heavy hitters in your building.
Oh, heavy hitters indeed. You know, it's still surreal, of course, not just being a baseball-loving girl, but just to have our families just know, their love for the Guardians, but also for Jake Burger too. That was incredible.
I have to imagine it meant so much to everyone there yesterday.
Absolutely, absolutely. The families continue to share with us just the impact that they had. And, when you have professional athletes show up for our families, it shows them and it validates that every person matters, and they do.
Yeah, the Burger Family Foundation. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, so Jake and Ashlyn Burger had a daughter last year, Penelope. Penelope has Down syndrome, and it was on their heart to start this family foundation to raise awareness, to celebrate people with Down syndrome, and to do whatever they can to shout their worth. And I'm here for it, as you know.
Yeah, no question. Yeah. Liz, I'll tell you, you see these athletes, they go against each other on the field, right? They're on different teams. Amazing, though, to see them come together, right? Because when the games aren't going on off the field, they come together for community.
Yes, absolutely, and that was really cool to see. Jake Burger came in, and when Sean Armstrong came in, David Fry, they're hugging and greeting each other, and they become dads, and they were dads. David Fry brought his wife and beautiful girls, and Sean Armstrong brought his wife and a super fun son, and it was just cool to see them just kind of come together and be family and be parents supporting our community, and that's what we want at the end of the day.
And Stephen Vogt, great manager, but a great person.
Oh, I could go on. I mean, I had no idea, and he came in, and the conversations we had was, they were incredible. And there was one point that stuck out. John, one of my friends who comes to GiGi's, and Stephen and I were talking. And, what he was sharing was so impactful. John was asking him, do you ever root for another team or whatever? And what I loved was Stephen said, I cheer for people. I'm a champion of people. It's the kind of person you are. And I'm a fan. Not that I wasn't a fan before, but
more
I'm a big
so
fan
now.
of that man.
Yeah, when you see how they are truly.
Yep.
All right, let's talk 6th annual Dash for Down syndrome in June. You had like 89 teams, right? Talk about that.
We actually got to 90 teams. Yes, okay. Absolutely. We had about 1,500 people there. Our biggest event of the year, our Dash for Down syndrome is the largest 5K across the network of GiGi's Playhouse, which is just remarkable. We raised, currently we're at like 161,000 raised. It was a beautiful morning, and it's more than just a race. We just don't go the normal 5K. We do the 3.21 miles that celebrate our friends who rock that 3rd copy of the 21st chromosome. But Dave, it's a celebration of acceptance and inclusion, and everybody that comes there just continues to say, I've got to keep coming back, and that's what we want. Keep coming back, because we've got a lot to celebrate.
I know I like to come back, right? As I was with you guys when GiGi herself and her mom Nancy, the founder of GiGi's Playhouse. How exciting was that? Yes,
Nancy and GiGi are dear friends of mine, and that's what I love about them too. They're so intentional with each playhouse, with the community at each of the playhouses, and to have them there for our VIP luncheon, and have you there, and so many amazing people that just, a community of world changers and people and supporters that believe in our mission. It was incredible, and to see GiGi continue to grow personally and professionally, again, here for that again too, because she's a phenomenal spokesperson.
Quickly,
for us.
How can people help?
Yeah, absolutely. They can head to our website and go to the support tab. They can go to the volunteer tab. A lot of people forget we're 99% volunteer run because our programs are free, and we are always looking for volunteers. We're always looking for supporters. So I'm happy to have a conversation, welcome anybody in for a tour, and take it to the next level.
Liz Maxwell, thanks so much for being here this morning.
Thank you.
Such a great time right now for GiGi's Playhouse. No question.